First, they think you're crazy, then they fight you, and then all of a sudden you change the world. What do you want to be when you're older? Doctor? Teacher? Musician? Nope. When 9-year-old Elizabeth Holmes was asked this question, she immediately said, "I want to be a billionaire," and she succeeded. Elizabeth would become the youngest self-made female billionaire after starting a company called Theranos that claimed it was going to revolutionize healthcare and change the world. The company became worth around $9 billion, and Elizabeth was on the cover of magazines being hailed as the next Steve Jobs. The only problem? It was all a lie. Can you tell us a secret? Chapter 1: The Childhood of Ambition. Elizabeth Holmes wasn't like other kids. While most children dreamed of becoming astronauts or superheroes, she had a laser-focused vision of becoming something else entirely: a billionaire. Born into a family with connections, her father worked for Enron, her mother in government, Elizabeth learned early that success wasn't about following rules. It was about breaking them. But what if I told you that her entire journey was built on a foundation of calculated lies? Her Stanford days would prove that she was willing to do anything to achieve her dream. Anything. Chapter 2: The Stanford Disruption. Most students struggle to find their path. Elizabeth Holmes created her own. Dropping out of Stanford's prestigious chemical engineering program at 19, she had a vision that would supposedly change healthcare forever. Her big idea? A revolutionary blood testing technology that could run hundreds of tests using just a few drops of blood. Every medical expert knew it was mathematically impossible. But Elizabeth? She didn't understand the word impossible. And here's where her true genius, or true manipulation, would begin. I'm about to reveal how she turned an impossible dream into a multi-billion-dollar fraud. Chapter 3: The Silicon Valley Performance. Silicon Valley has a mantra: fake it till you make it. Elizabeth Holmes didn't just follow this mantra. She perfected it. She studied Steve Jobs meticulously. The black turtlenecks? Intentional. The deep, forced voice? A calculated performance. Her entire persona was a carefully crafted illusion designed to convince the world she was a visionary. Former employees revealed something shocking. Every single aspect of her presentation was a performance, designed to distract from the fact that her technology simply didn't work. But nobody was watching closer than the billionaires about to invest millions. Chapter 4: The Billion-Dollar Deception. Theranos wasn't just a startup. It became a $9 billion company built on pure fiction. Imagine convincing legends like George Shultz, Henry Kissinger, and James Mattis to join your board. Elizabeth did, and they had no idea what was happening behind closed doors. The blood testing machines? Mostly fake. The results? Completely fabricated. But Elizabeth kept pushing forward, manipulating everyone around her. But the house of cards was about to come tumbling down. Chapter 5: The Journalistic Takedown. Enter John Carreyrou, the Wall Street Journal reporter who would become Elizabeth Holmes' worst nightmare. While everyone else was blinded by her vision, Carreyrou did something radical. He investigated Theranos thoroughly. His exposé revealed the most shocking medical fraud in modern history. Theranos wasn't running accurate tests. Most tests were being run on traditional machines, the exact technology Elizabeth claimed to have replaced. Patients received incorrect medical results. Some were told they were pregnant when they weren't. Others received false diagnoses of serious conditions. But the real destruction was just beginning. Chapter 6: The Legal Implosion. The SEC didn't just investigate Theranos, they demolished it. Elizabeth Holmes was charged with massive securities fraud. Her crime? Systematically lying to investors about her company's capabilities. $500 million raised under false pretenses. Deliberate manipulation of medical technology claims. Creating fake demonstration videos. Presenting doctored research results. But her story was far from over. Chapter 7: The Psychology of Fraud. Why do some people believe they can get away with massive deception? Elizabeth Holmes isn't just a fraudster. She's a complex case study in human manipulation. Her ability to convince people wasn't accidental. It was a calculated strategy of creating a compelling narrative, dressing like a visionary, never showing weakness, doubling down when challenged. And her most incredible performance was yet to come. Chapter 8. The Lasting Legacy. Theranos was more than a company. It was a terrifying demonstration of how confidence can override truth. Elizabeth Holmes proved something disturbing. With enough charisma, you can make people believe anything. Her story is a warning, not just about medical technology, but about the thin line between vision and fraud. And the most chilling part, she's not the only one playing this game right now. The world of innovation is a dangerous place, and Theranos showed us exactly how dangerous it can be.